What's the deal, you guys? It's your girl, Thalin Favors, Baby Mama Chronicles. You already know what it is. Thank you so much for tuning in. Go ahead, do the thing that I need you to do. Subscribe, share, like, comment, the whole nine. I appreciate all of the support that you guys have given me thus far. So you guys, this real talk that I'm gonna be doing is basically gonna be like, okay, you know how you go on Twitter and you're just tweeting out your random thoughts or whatever. It could just be all kind of random thoughts, right? That's basically what real talk is going to be. Just random talk, just loose talk, nothing super uptight. We're not going to do the bullet point list of, specifics. I'm really kind of just going off of the cuff and having an open conversation with you guys, right? One of the things that I have been thinking about lately, and I'm sure a lot of you guys can relate, male and female, Instagram, social media. I will say I grew up in an era where social media didn't exist. So I'm not of the social media era. Growing up with that, we didn't have that. I think I'm not gonna even show my age and say what was really out at that time, but we definitely didn't have. I go back like MySpace days, beginning of MySpace, beginning of Facebook. So, this phenomenon of social media has really kind of changed the way that we interface with each other, especially in the dating world. And something that I always think about is how this is impacting our interpersonal relationships, specifically like romantic relationships. And personally, just off of the top of my head, thinking about it, I think that it is affecting us greatly. And I think we haven't really understood or haven't had enough time to understand the ramifications of the constant use of social media, turning over every single time you wake up in the morning to look at your phone, checking your Instagram feed, checking your Twitter feed, doing the same thing before you go to bed. You're taking it to the table with you when you're eating, when you even going out on dates. Lately, some of us, of course, have been just going through our phone or whatever. Like, I don't know how positive that is for our growth and learning of one another and things like that. But the specific issue of even that kind of has my mind boggled most of the time is the liking situation, right? So this is just my humble opinion. I want y'all to specifically give me feedback, give me your comments and your, opinion of this situation or these types of situations. I think that men that are in relationships, men that are married, I feel like the excessive liking of other women's pictures is a no-no. Now, I'm petty princess. I'm also a Scorpio, so we are very jealous, very territorial and possessive of our lovers. It comes with great reward, though, I will say that, with what it is that you may have to sacrifice. So we're gonna definitely fill in for that and kind of make good on you having to do that, but I personally don't feel like the excessive liking is something that's going to positively enhance your relationship. I have heard, of course, you talk to men, because I have men that I talk to. I love having these open dialogues or whatever with the opposite sex. So they said things like, this is just social media. Like, why would my wife, my girlfriend, my partner, why would they be put off by the fact that I thought another girl was attractive and I'm just liking her picture on Instagram? That is so surface level. That is so shallow. I don't even know these people, or sometimes maybe I do, but it's nothing. Like, I don't take that home with me or whatever. I'm married. I'm in a relationship with you. Like, why are you even worried about it? Don't bring that bullshit to my front door. And I definitely have been told that a couple of times, which is fine, and which I feel is fair, because it's your phone. Like, it's almost virtual reality, right? Which we're stepping into, especially during these times. I mean, if y'all can't tell that they are definitely trying to get us prepped and prepared for that. If you're not able to tell that now, I don't know what to tell you. But it's the virtual world. We're dealing with virtual reality. And, I think that men feel like, okay, well, that's just a fantasy, or it's not real. You are my everyday life, and et cetera, et cetera. Again, we haven't lived long enough for these studies to really reveal how this is affecting our interpersonal or our romantic relationships. And, you don't think that it goes beyond the virtual, but with everything that you do, with every action that you do, male or female, there is intention behind those actions. And the intention behind the action can be conscious or subconscious, or in your subconscious. And so if you're not aware of the fact that this type of interfacing is even affecting you at all, it may be affecting you and you're not even cognizant of it because you're not paying attention to it, or you're in denial about the fact that it does affect you. So again, we don't know what that is going to do to you on your day to day. You're not even thinking about it. So if you're not conscious of it, you're not going to be able to really lend anything to a conversation, or even the idea of thinking that maybe this is kind of or placing itself within our relationship unnecessarily. And I think for women, or for me specifically, I'll speak for me. I won't speak for all of y'all because maybe you guys don't find it that deep. But for me specifically, I kind of feel like, with that intention, what is your intention? Let's break it all the way down. So if a dude is on Instagram, right? He's scrolling. He sees a really pretty girl that he likes, right? Fine. He likes the picture and he keeps it moving or whatever. Maybe it's on the search page. Maybe it's something that his friend sent him, or, maybe it's a friend of his or somebody that he knows or whatever. He likes the picture, fine. I think that it becomes a deeper issue depending on the type of picture. Is she fully clothed? Is it just a really pretty photo of the girl and maybe she just, graduated from freaking, I don't know, college or something, or maybe she was out with her friends on her birthday. She looked really, really pretty. She was really done up or whatever. Like, I'm for the life for that. You know what I'm saying? My thing be, so the booty picture, so her ass is out and she's in a thong on the beach, okay, or she's in her bathroom with thong, or these are out and everything is just out and out and out, and you're liking these pictures. To me, it's kind of like, what is your intention with liking those pictures? Because it's beyond just looking. Nobody is harming you for looking. Why would it even make sense for somebody to be consumed with somebody is doing when, inside of their own head? Now that's a little bit extreme. But if you are placing the intention behind liking something like that, and then it breaks down to if you know the person, because then if you know the person, if you don't know the person, it's a little bit different, because it's kind of like, they might have thousands and thousands and thousands of likes, if they're like, models or things like that or whatever. That's their industry, to be to have beauty and be aesthetically pleasing to the eye, right? That's how they get their money. So that's kind of understandable, but or a little bit more forgivable. But if it's somebody that if it's somebody that you come in contact with or whatever on your regular basis, and you're liking these types of pictures and you're doing it consistently, to me, that's a conflict of interest, because it's like, what is your intention with liking that photo? And when I ask dudes that, they really can never answer the question. Because the intention is wholeheartedly, if they were speaking honestly from their truest essence of themselves as males, they would say, I'm sexually attracted to her. I got a sexual rush when I looked at her. She was beautiful, and it ignited something in me where I wanted to let her know. And I wanted her to be aware of the fact that I liked what she was giving. They're not going to say that, and they're definitely not going to say that to their girlfriend. You know what I'm saying? And it's kind of like, if it was said in that way, maybe there'd be a little bit more respectability to it. There's also the saying where they say that, women, we don't want to hear the truth, that sometimes the truth is a little bit too harsh for us. But I don't know. I kind of beg to differ. I think that how it's delivered is important, and what your intention is with that. Is your intention to kind of hurt me, or to kind of just fill me in and let me know straight up and honestly how it is that you feel? Because then if I don't accept that, then that's on me. The onus is now on me for not really being able to receive the information, even if it is the truth. So to me, I think that it definitely can cause division and separation within a relationship. I also posted something on my Twitter that was very interesting, where I posted a really beautiful girl. I can't think of her Instagram name off the top of my head, but I do follow her. And she's a flight attendant, ironically, but she's gorgeous. And so she travels all around the world. She takes pictures in all of these beautiful places or whatever. She's a beautiful girl. So there was a picture of her on the beach. So I posted it on Twitter and I said, and it was kind of suggestive or whatever. She had, the body was out. Okay, she was styling and profiling all on the beach. She looked great. But I posted like, what if a dude will like this, a man that's married, a man that's in a committed relationship, maybe laying right next to his wife or girlfriend, right? We'll see that and double tap with no problem. Some men even comment on the pictures, which I think is super, super disrespectful and excessive, but you know, they'll like that picture with no conscience. Like, okay, she looked good and her ass was out, yes, and her titties were out, yes, and she looked great and I enjoyed the view. It's gonna be that, you know what I'm saying? But I also put adverse to that, right? On the opposite end of that coin, I posted all of these very handsome men off of Instagram. I just found random pictures or whatever of handsome black men on Instagram, and Black Power. And they were amazing. They were chiseled. They were, you know, in shape. They were healthy. They were handsome. They were chocolate. They were gorgeous men. And I said, now if a dude went through his girl Instagram feed, right? Back in the day when you used to be able to see what pictures you liked, I don't even think they have that option anymore. I swear these apps are geared towards everybody being a goddamn liar. But you can't see the likes anymore of the person. So, you know, let's say you could, you know, right now. If a dude went through his girl Instagram feed and seen picture after picture of, you know, a dude, his girl liking the dude's photos, and the dude got his body all out, and the dude is, you know, in his swim trunks and whoop, 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 or doing the stuff the game do, where he do the thirst trap, you know, print photos in the bathroom and all that, and you don't see nothing but your girl just liking those, you gonna be looking at her like, you gonna be like, what in the hell is going on? Like, you know, and then the deep recesses of your mind, as far as men are concerned, you know, you guys are very, very fragile. So you know that you're gonna start thinking like, am I not what she's looking for? Am I not enough? Do they have something that I don't? Or you know, it's gonna be very few men that are super, super confident to say, he's a beautiful man, or he's a nice looking man. Like, I understand why you like this photo, whatever. He looks really, really good. You know, it's going to be very few men that are going to be able to really like get that off. Most men are definitely going to take some issue with the fact that you are being overly generous with your attention towards another man. And I think that's my biggest thing with that, is that, you know, it's always this double standard. We know we exist in a world where double standards are very prevalent. But I think it's important for all of us as evolved human beings, male and female, which is why I also push on the female side, you know, accountability, because it's not something that we typically embrace, or it's not something that we're typically taught. It's stuff that we have to learn on our own as we grow. I feel like men in that same vein need to also tap into more of their emotional intelligence and be able to really understand that treat others how you want to be treated. You know, and even though these double standards exist, it doesn't necessarily mean that it's right. And, you know, you should be trying your best to kind of level the playing field a little bit, because you have the power to do that. You have the power and the say so to kind of change that narrative. Whereas, you know, it's just, you have the power to be able to do that. So you definitely should be doing that. Yeah, so that was just something that was on my mind. I think that it is something very small in the grand scheme of things as far as your relationship is concerned, but I'm telling you guys, intention is so important. And while a man could see that kind of stuff on Instagram or on his social media or whatever, you know, how easy is it just to look and keep it moving? You know, how easy is it for you to just look and keep it moving, especially if the photos are suggestive, especially if the photos are, you know, and then you can kind of be the get back queen, where it's kind of like, oh, these are the kind of pictures you like, so these are the kind of pictures that I'm going to take then as well. Then he got a problem with that because you done showed yourself in the bathing suit on Instagram, and now dudes is liking your pictures. It's just kind of like, why can't we all just respect the space that we exist in? Try to put ourselves in the other person's shoes. Again, guys, I feel like that's paramount. Like, try to put yourself in your girl's shoes. Try to put yourself in your wife's shoes. Imagine how you would feel on the receiving end of that. Typically, it's not something that you have to deal with because we are kind of one-track minded when it comes to love. Most women, not all women. Some women are able to juggle and are interested in juggling multiples. And, you know, most women, once we are fixated on our one guy, we are fixated on that guy and he's our guy. So you don't really have to experience it. You're not really on the receiving end of that. But I think that there has to be something lent to, you know, just respect and boundaries and, you know, just consideration of your partner. No, it doesn't seem like a really big deal, but guys, trust me, I'm a female. I know I would be able to let you know, what's really going down. And for the females and for the ladies for that matter, don't feel inhibited. Like, you can't Also enjoy the fruits that are available. If you see a handsome guy or you see somebody, and a lot of girls already do, a lot of women have their MCMs and they do not be their man. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, sometimes I think couples too are just cool with it. Like, she may have her fantasies, I have my fantasies, you know, but this is the person that I love. This is my ride or die, you know, and that's nothing, you know, when it really comes down to it, that's play. So that comes into play as well. I just wanted to tap in with you guys and have a little loose talk about some stuff, real talk, and hope you guys enjoyed it. Again, if you guys have not subscribed, please go ahead and subscribe. For everybody that watched the College Hill recap video, I really appreciate that. We had so much fun. And that's why I'm all dressed up, by the way. We're doing one of those reveal challenges or whatever. I'm so old, child. Like, I don't really know all of the ins and outs and ends of getting this kind of stuff done. I'm still learning. But yeah, thank you guys for supporting that. The BET Marathon ran last week during this crazy COVID-19 era that we're living in right now. And I got a lot of love and support from you guys, so I really do appreciate that. If you want more videos on College Hill, if you want more videos on whatever advice, let me know, you guys. I'm here for you. This is not for me. This is for all of you guys, and I appreciate you. I want you to really, really understand and know that I really appreciate you, and we just gonna still grow, keep growing, period. I will see you guys next time on my next video.